on several levels, one of which was the physical challenge, because the older I get, the more I want to test myself, mentally and physically.
Because it involves so much of what I connect with, which is flying airplanes, Colorado, mountains, quiet time, all the things that I love, and personally challenging me physically. So it was a no-brainer.
Well, I think, in life, all of our lives, I don't think we decide what sparks us. I think we journey into that arena, and letting go of expectations is a part of my life these days, and allowing whatever is probably going to come my way to be more free to come my way.
When my friend Butch approached me with this challenge to climb this mountain in Colorado, I was totally said no. I'm not a mountain climber. I don't really even hike. I would like it, but I don't. I'm a gym nut, and I do all these other things. And I said, I don't know, no. Well, he would come in the store every week, which he still does, and he would just like, now Ed, the kind of shape you're in, why don't we go out there? It'd be fun. I said, no, I don't want to. But after 2 months of him just every single week, because he knew my headset and how I think, he said, but you can fly your plane. Why don't we all go on your plane? And then that kind of got things going. And he said, you don't have to climb if you don't want to. You just fly us out there and, hang out. Well, I'm not going to do that. So it just kept feeding me. And one day, just like I do with everything, one day, it just goes, okay, that's the right thing to do. Bingo.
The trip to Colorado appealed to me on several levels, one of which was the physical challenge, because the older I get, the more I want to test myself, mentally and physically. And then secondly, of course, because I'm a general aviation pilot, it was the longest trip I had ever planned on doing. And of course, flying near mountains and many different time zones and weather fronts, it created another secondary challenge for me. So I put together two big goals for me, of which, certainly I did pass.
The vision of my trip to Colorado had enough unpredictable outcomes that no, I was not super accurate about it. Of course, with aviation, that can always be the case, and certainly was in this case. And the mountain itself, when you start getting up into those thin airs and there's nothing growing and you're starting to drop oxygen levels, the brain does weird things and you start thinking craziness. And you can get anxiety, and you can, get desperate and have despair come on. And all of those emotions certainly did, because of many reasons. I mean, running out of food at the top like we did. We didn't take enough food. We didn't take enough water again, because you can't carry everything. But that's all part of I won't say the fun, but it's all part of the challenge. And it just created more of the story.
Well, actually, it took me preparing two different avenues, one of which was, of course, the physical part, which I probably started intently doing this about 7 months before the climb. And in the gym, I would up my level of intensity. And I purchased one of those oxygen deprivation masks to help me to acclimate my lungs to the 14,000 foot that I would be experiencing. And secondly, I lessened the amount of heavyweight training and upped the amount of intensity of more body weight and tons of chin-ups, lots of push-ups, doing more treadmill on a very steep incline, and working out 6 days a week allowed me to be in the kind of physical shape I felt would be adequate. And then flying-wise, I had to go back kind of to basic school again to make sure that I'm covering all the bases. I'm very, very anal about my flying, and I will not go unprepared. So I flew a lot. I got with my instructor again, talked about plans, routes, what would I do if the weather was bad here, where would I land? And it upped my game.